I'm Brayden Duncan, and I am Clockwork Art, and I'm based out of Seattle, in Chicago for the weekend. You guys have got to subscribe to Raze Chaos.
And welcome back, everybody. My name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to my channel, and you have made it back to my channel on a Wednesday. And you know what Wednesday is on Raze Chaos's channel. It is New Comic Book Day. And this is the day that I bring out a new comic book cover as soon as I get it. And this time is no exception. Today we have Deadpool #1. And this is the first issue of Deadpool's sixth series. So this would be volume 6. Deadpool has become an absolute juggernaut of a character for Marvel, and it is no big surprise as well. It kind of is a big surprise. To look at him now, it's not a surprise at all, especially having a couple movies come out and the portrayal that he's had in Marvel or in the movies. He's a lot of people's favorite Marvel character. Even though he's a mercenary. He's a freaking assassin that enjoys shooting people in the face. I've heard people refer to him as a hero, and I'm just like, his favorite thing to do is shoot people in the face. That's not really heroic. But his tongue-in-cheek attitude and everything, and it's really a testament to what they've done with this character since he first came out. Originally he came out way back in like New Mutants, before it was even X-Force. But we're going to put this guy away and have a look at him. So yeah, like I said, this is the 6th series of the Deadpool comic book. And when he first came out, he was lame. He was always called the Merc with the Mouth. But he was, honestly, he struggled. He wasn't drawing the attention. He was considered a cool character, but it was one of those, the less you saw of him, the cooler he was. And a lot like the Punisher. The Punisher was a huge character when he was mysterious and would just show up, shoot people, and then you couldn't stop him. And then he'd do this, and everybody was like, why does he keep doing this? And, they kept him mysterious for a long time until they finally, in the 80s, just let him go and become a hugely popular character. With Deadpool, he was created by the infamous Rob Liefeld, and much to the detriment of many Deadpool fans, Deadpool is actually a rip-off character. Rob Liefeld had gone to New Mutants. He had previously worked on Hawk and Dove, who was part of the Teen Titans, and revamped them, and his art style was new, it was fresh, and it was so new and different that people didn't really care that he obviously couldn't draw. He's notorious for not being able to draw. Most famously, he would design entire panels around not having to draw a character's feet because he hated drawing feet. That's even a reference in the first Deadpool movie about an artist that doesn't like to draw feet. So that's not something he's ever been able to get away from. And he swears up and down that he did not base Deadpool on a character known as Deathstroke the Terminator from the Teen Titans. His character design, especially at the time, was very much in line with that. Having guns and swords, much like Deathstroke did. Even down to his name, because, obviously if you're watching this, you're probably a big Deadpool fan, so you know his real name is Wade Wilson. Yeah, well, Deathstroke the Terminator's real name is Slade Wilson. It's very, very blatant. Obviously the characters have diverged because he didn't do well when he was just a ripoff of Deathstroke the Terminator. They had to take him out. Deathstroke is not a comical character by any means. But they've slowly pulled Deadpool in that direction, and it's really worked because they've had him have all kinds of problems. He does have a tragic backstory, which they've touched on, but it's one of those things that you really have to think about as far as how tragic it actually is. You know, it's no secret. Deadpool has the healing factor, much like, pretty much exactly like Wolverine. It's extremely powerful. But he also has cancer. But he had cancer when he went through the treatment that gave him the healing factor. And so that, in fact, gave the cancer the healing factor at the same time. So having cancer is very, very painful, because it is eating you from the inside. And in this case, you've got something inside you eating at you, and then you have a healing factor trying to kill it off at the same time. But they pretty much are at deadlock. So he's constantly in pain, even though he has this healing factor. And being in constant pain like that will drive you over the edge. One of the things that they gave him was the fourth wall breaks. That happened later in his career, and they actually grabbed that from She-Hulk. A lot of people saw the She-Hulk series and thought, hey, they've ripped Deadpool off. And it's just like, no, Deadpool ripped She-Hulk off. So a lot of what Deadpool is actually a ripoff of a couple other successful at the time characters. And I don't mean to be bashing on him, because they've done a lot, especially with the movies. They've really given him his own identity. But you know how Raze is. He's always going to go back and let you know where the origin of a lot of that stuff came from. Some of it came from him actually mind melding with a character called Madcap, which is a purely comical character. And then they actually inhabited the same body for a while, and you know they would have arguments in his head. So yeah, that was another bit where it's just like, okay, how can we make him crazier? And the comics did a really great job of showing the different panels, and they'd color them different so you could tell which personality which was talking. And so you could follow along the argument he's having in his head while he's, you know, doing up to his antics, or, you know, doing whatever he was doing. But I believe this is his current series, and I loved the cover design on this, because it really just shows how popular Deadpool has gotten, and the pop itself is just great, because you see him in the suit. He's got the pen, he's got the Sharpie in his hand, like he's signing something, and you can see on the cover he's actually signing a baby's head, because that's how little he's actually paying attention. And the hand, you know, demanding the money, basically being afloat, as if it was a parade. Yeah, everything about this so encapsulates what Deadpool has become. And it's absolutely great. And trying to get a closer look at the tie pin. I'm sure it's something. I can't make it out, though. But yeah, this is just yet another another Marvel cover. And I recently looked, and yeah, DC does not even have 20 comic book covers going on right now. And Marvel is closing in on 50. And I mean, you can even see, this is number 46. And I believe if you subtract 20 from that number 46, you would have how many covers DC has done. A lot of it is the fact that Target has been blasting out exclusives like crazy, and yeah, they just love to pull the Marvel covers. And you know, I'd really love to see more DC covers, because you know how Raze is. He loves his DC. But he also wants the independent covers as well, and we've gotten very few of those. So, yeah. But as they put them out, Raze is going to get them. He's got a whole playlist of them for you to check out. Go ahead and dig into that if you're interested, if you want to see more of this. Because, I just don't talk about the cover. I talk a lot more about the history of the character, which is kind of why I hope that they quit with the Wolverine covers anytime soon, because I've talked about Wolverine a whole heck of a lot for somebody who isn't particularly a fan of his. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. Don't forget, there is a playlist of all of my comic book covers. And click like on this video if you enjoyed it. And go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you liked it as well. Because I do enjoy doing it. And I do enjoy seeing that you liked it. And it doesn't make a difference because I'm going to do this whether people are watching it or not. But little encouragement goes a long way. So I'm going to get out of here now. I hope you have a great day. And never forget, life is full of odd moments. You never know when you're going to be defined.